Welcome to day 10 of SuFamiMas, Super Famicom Christmas. Today we are playing this one here. One of my favorites, one of the early Super Famicom games I bought when I started importing Super Famicom games, and that is GS Mikami, aka Ghost Sweeper Mikami. It's based off a manga and an anime about Mikami here, who is a ghost sweeper, which is sort of a professional exorcist, if you will. She eradicates ghosts for money, and sort of with she uses a telescope rod and magic scrolls. So there's some religion involved. The two other characters here, the guy is her assistant, and the girl you see there, she's a ghost from the first episode of the show, who had been haunting a mountain for 300 years. And when they were able to free her, she didn't know how to return to heaven because it's been too long since she died. So she stuck around and became a new assistant. You can see it's an action platformer here. And you can see she uses a telescope rod here to beat up monsters and ghosts. And you got some nice power up that gives you some projectile stuff. And the anime is a very very raunchy anime, very 90s humor. And the game here, I'm pretty sure is an original story, when she gets a mysterious statue in the mail and is told to find some gems to unlock something, which I assume is money. See, when we take a hit here, we lose a power up. But we got another one right here. There's another really nice feature that is, if I can actually get it here. Where you can use these platforms, press up to up and attack to latch onto them. Which you don't need much right now, but we'll need later. Took some pretty early hits here that I shouldn't have. It's not the most difficult game in the world, but there is a special stage where I do get stuck. But I'll show you that when we get to it. And like this game, like some games from the other day ago and from today, it's another licensed anime game, and we're not done with those. There's gonna be more on the list here for Super Famicom Christmas, because the Super Famicom in Japan had a lot of these licensed games, and for the most part, they're actually pretty good. I mean, there's some real stinkers, and you wouldn't call these Super Famicom classics, but they're pretty good. And that's the one. But I think the Super Famicom in general has been a system much like, for me personally, has been a system much like the PlayStation 1, where the library has felt unknown in a way. There's been so many hidden gems that I kind of stumble upon from watching other videos here on YouTube. and much better than discovering some 30-year-old game that you've never heard of before. As I mentioned, I have had this for a couple of years, so it's not news to me. Very versatile. We both have a attack here, but we also have one overhead attack here. Very helpful. And here we have the boss, stage 1 boss. And beautiful big sprites here for the cutscenes. As you can see, it's a telescope rod, like something you'd see the police use, but it's engraved with runes. And we want to try not to get hit here by the hand trying to come and grab us here. I did mention this game has supers, but I'm gonna save them for the level 2 boss, because there's gonna be a lot on the screen for that one. And this one is pretty easy. As you can see. And that's our first gem. For the statue, which surely something good will happen once we get all the gems. Spoiler, nothing good happens when we get all the gems. Now, while the anime has a lot of raunchy humor, I feel like they don't have too much of that going on here in the game. But of course, it is a game that is supposed to be on a Nintendo console. You know, can't go out on this stuff. New stage, new dress. And more enemies. This one is a bit shorter range, but it has nice wide attack, so I don't have to duck to hit those low enemies. And I think we're gonna stick with this one, so, well, maybe this one is more super. Yes, it was. It was more super bomb attacks, rather. Well, I already do have 3 though, so maybe I can't hit any more than that. It's been a while since I've played this one. But it is one that I put on my Super Famicom a lot whenever I hook this system up to play. I don't have an actual game room. I live in a rather small apartment, so I have this retro gaming cart where I switch out the console on. You might have seen it in other videos if you followed the channel. If you haven't followed the channel already, do like and subscribe. And comment. I'd love to see some comments. Have you had a favorite Super Famicom game here for SuFamiMas so far? Ah, took a hit, so we're back to Just the melee attack here. But I think there are power-ups up ahead here. Right there. The split attack, very useful. That overhead attack really is a godsend here. Just typical these platformers where you get stuck on enemies trying to hit you from above. Psycho Dream, for instance, earlier this December. Go back and check that episode, but that has a lot of enemies that attack from above that you can't really hit, and all the way down. Very nice. At least it's not the kind of game or die where the screen scrolls up and you die if you fall off the screen. So as I said, not an impossible game by any means. Does she have any animation when you stand still for a while? Like Sonic? Doesn't seem like it. We could go up and go down again here and get this power up, and I think we want the power up here. That was just more Super Bomb, which we already are full on. But let's see if we can get some more cake for power-ups, yes. Or rather for more health. Because the boss will be coming up soon here. If I live that long. Phew, extra hit point. Okay, we are not in a too good a state here for the boss, but let's see if we can't get it first try anyway. And I love this very eerie look that this one has here. And as you can see, she spawns in dolls, and she's gonna try to grab us here as well. Alternating with her hands. Yeah. Took too many hits here. Let's try it again. Luckily we start right at the boss. Again, very forgiving game. In this stage at least. Things will change once we get to the stage that actually gives me trouble. Let's use another bomb here. Get rid of some of those dolls. As I said, this is an original story, but there is one episode that has some dolls in it, which they call the Mocha dolls, but it's very apparent that they are supposed to be Barbie dolls, haunted Barbie dolls that goes on an uprising where they want to turn people into plastic so they can play with them. And it's actually kind of Mikami's fault that they are like that. As it turns out. It's a very funny and charming show. It has a lot of that 90s comedy that you don't really get anymore. Please let me get the other hand here before losing all my lives. Ah, all those dolls. Game over. Well, I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna put in a cut here. So you get a nice password system. Gonna put in a cut here. Play the stage over. And then we'll get back to the boss. Okay, and we are back at the boss for round 2. Or 3 or 4, or however many lives I've wasted by now. And we gotta be smart and save the smart bombs for when we get too many dolls on the screen at once here. Now it's had to land on my feet before I could use it. But we got her one hand down. And that's it. Second boss down. And our next gem. Now, if I remember correctly, stage 3 here is the one that gives me grief. Yes, this is the one. We turned tiny, or Mikami turned tiny rather, and now it's an auto-scroller on the back of this cat here, where we gotta avoid enemies. And obstacles. And I can't quite remember the enemy attack pattern right now. There are those birds here, which you can tell come in for a swoop dive. It's not the longest stage in the world, but I am hopeful we will make it to the end here. Not if I keep taking hits. here's another bird coming. Shouldn't have jumped into that. Yep. Too many hits. And then it's you start the stage over here. I'm telling you, it must be better use of those attacks. Not as much to get the enemies, the super attacks here, but rather to get some invulnerability frames. And there's one starling, massive starling attack at one point. You can tell them they're coming in from both sides of the screen. In the background at first, and then swoop in. But it's in a little bit, it's not quite yet. It's tricky to, yeah, this is a good spot to use one of the thingamajigs. And one more, I think. You have to both jump homing enemies, jump over homing enemies and jump over the background stuff here. It's rough. And here we have the starling attack I was talking about. Oh, more health. And more health. Thank you. Alright. Usually the stage where game over, but we made it to the boss, which is also pretty tricky, if I remember correctly. But we can use their jump thing to throw trash back at them. That wasn't too hot, but at least we have one more life. Try the boss out here. And their pattern is kind of random. Making it difficult to figure out if they're gonna try and do a melee attack here or shoot me with the thingy. But she just needs a few more hits. Whoa, that was lucky. I was just about to take a hit and die. But we got the boss. So this brings me a little bit further than how I usually do in the game. That's not bad. Ah, okay, I see why I got further. It was because I was playing on easy. Now it tells me, hey, if you wanna keep playing, maybe you should play on normal. And then it throws you back to the start. So yeah, as I said, not a difficult game. But I want to see a little bit more. I'm gonna put in a cut. And I'm gonna put in a password. so we can move on to stage 4 here. And the password here is see, it's 8584. Luckily we only have numeral passwords here with 4 thing. Remember, passwords on the NES was like 32 letters and numbers. Ridiculous. Glad they simplified it here on the Super Nintendo. Anyway, on to stage 4. You see a hidden path up there. Maybe not too hidden. Wait for that platform to come down again. Let's see if we can land on it. If it is gonna come down again, of course. Let's just try that one again here. Does that S do anything? Can we hook onto it? No. Just a platform that seems to lead to nowhere. Just wanted to check if there was anything down here. Ah, did manage to get that power up before it disappeared. Can you overhead on these platforms? No. That seems weird. Seems like you should be able to jump up there. But I can't. Well, I guess we'll move on into this banana throwing enemy here. And into those spikes. Got some more health. And used some more health. Some tricky tomatoes. Truly a spooky greenhouse. You can see that platform thing also gives us an attack up. Rather annoying wooden enemies and pollen coming down that can't be destroyed, it seems. Do we go down here? I can't go down here, can I? No. Not as much. It's not like a slide attack or anything to go into low places like that. More killer tomatoes here. What are killer tomatoes from outer space? What's actually the inspiration for those enemies? Yeah, I would really like one of those the shoulder button thing that we could do in the Tarzan game from day 5, where you can look up and down to see what's below and not have to rely on blind jumps. But yeah, game's ramping up a bit. Quite a few more enemies here than earlier. Hitting her seems to spawn something, so we shouldn't punch this girl. Exit. 1 hit point right before the boss. Not the best thing, but we do have 1 extra life here. Our ghost assistant giving us some crucial information, I assume. Alright, evil ghost dog. Oh, he's gonna be tricky. He is gonna be tricky. Is he gonna do the charge attack here from below, or it seems like he goes back before he does, so that gives us at least half a second to... Oh, more ghost dogs. Mo ghost, mo ghost. Mo ghost, mo problems. Up! Jump! He's fast! That's where a powered up weapon would really have helped. So I had a bit of range on him. So I just gotta make do. Really wish he would start blinking soon. Well, he is blinking now. It's just very transparent here. Let's use another bomb here. See if we can't get rid of... Oh, that was a freeze time thing. Got him. Woo! It's a little puppy! The curse has been lifted. And that's the 4th gem. And that has been Ghost Sweeper Mikami. I think I'll play this one some more, but I'll end the episode for now, for today. But I wanna thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!